Okay, we're in here. So this is our test.
We in there like
All right. Oh my God, I'm feeling really self-conscious.
Don't feel self-conscious.
Okay, an intro of ourselves.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, slay.
Okay.
Do you
Sure.
want to start?
Okay, so I'm Tweety, otherwise known as Ellie.
Hi, Tweety. Hi.
And I have been a Big Brother lover. Well, I guess I'm a super fan, but I started watching in 2017.
I think you count as a super
Okay.
fan. Yeah.
So I introed my friend slash co-host Mick slash Lexi to BB. When did I intro you to BB?
That was 2019, like 2018/2019, season 16, which is a great season to get started with. Chef's
The best season. I mean, there have been some good seasons, but honestly, season 6.
It's such a good one.
It's such a good one to put on people onto Big Brother.
I agree. Especially because Frankie Grande, like, people know him. Do people like him? Who's to say? But, like,
I
they
love
know
him.
I love him too. But, like, he is just kind of, like, he's camp. But he's, like, cringe, but he's camp.
But also back in the day, because we're watching it, like, knowing who he is. And Ariana Grande is obviously a massive star, but like 2016, I think aired in like 2012. Or sorry, season 16.
Yeah, because I feel like back then Ariana Grande wasn't even that big.
Yeah.
Like she was like big, but it wasn't like who she is today.
Right.
Like I feel like she was just coming out of her victorious era.
Yeah, or like she was in the era of like what is that one song? I got one less problem
Dangerous
without
Woman.
you. I got one less problem without you. Yeah, one less problem.
One less problem without you. I got one less problem without you.
I think it's called One Less Problem. I'm like,
is that the same song?
it might not be.
Why did I think that was two different
I think songs? It is because I think the second song is with Mac Miller.
What was the other one? All I can think of is Dangerous Woman.
Okay.
Which was a great song. That song goes
It
hard.
goes so fucking hard, but let's we're
Sorry,
we're getting an Ariana. Okay, so this might also be an Ariana Grande pod.
The thing is, I feel like our listeners need to know the two of us can chat about anything for hours.
So
probably.
So that's
why this podcast is gonna be perfect.
This is a Big Brother, this is a Big Brother core podcast that will go off into tangents.
For sure.
Yeah. So okay, back to BB. Because I think honestly, we can keep talking about this, but my friend, shout out Kathleen Gavin, started me on Big Brother. I said, this is a weird show. I'm not watching this. She's like, start with season 16 and tell me I'm wrong. So I started with 16, and I remember I was at like a work event, or it was like my first job out of college, and it was a week away at this like work training camp thing, whatever. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say, I'll just say it. Shout out to Deloitte University.
Shout out to you,
baby. And I remember I went home early every night of DU to be in my room and binge watch season 16 of Big Brother. Screw networking. I don't need friends.
Real networking, honestly, period. But I feel like I remember hearing you watch that season when we all lived together. And I remember the first thing I remember is one of the episodes with Zingbot. And I was like, what the actual fuck is this show? This is psychotic. And you were like, no, it's just like a really crazy episode because Zingbot. And I was like, that's not making it sound any better. Like, literally.
How do you explain Zingbot to someone that hasn't watched Big Brother? Like,
that's true. You need the full context.
It's one of those things that you just need to know it to know.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. So that was my
For
intro,
sure.
kind of similar to yours.
Yes. My intro, I would consider myself a super fan as well, but I became super fan like a few years after Tweety, aka Ellie, because Ellie introduced me with season 16 in 2019. And I also remember, I feel like it was like either a Saturday or a Sunday. I didn't move from the couch and just watched like hours and hours of that season. I will never forget the Beast Mode
Yeah.
Cowboy moment where like him and Frankie were supposed to be on a team and Beast Mode Cowboy was like, fuck you. And then Frankie was like, no, fuck you. I'm going to win this. And he won
Chills.
it. That is
Crying.
like honestly, honestly, like one of the best moments in TV ever.
Inspiring.
So like, actually like extremely inspiring. So I don't know how one can watch that and not become immediately obsessed. So that's my intro to
Yeah.
BB. And I'm an
We are.
obsessor.
And it's just like, there's something about it just like I just feel like at home and at ease, even though everyone's going
Yes.
crazy and turning on each other and lying. I just don't know why it makes me feel all like warm and fuzzy when I watch it. I feel happy.
So like I agree, but also today as I was watching HOH, I was like getting so stressed out and I was like, I think this show is bad for my mental health. Like
Saw that.
I just like get so stressed out because I'm like, I want certain people to win. Or when you get like this far in, or there's like a big fight and you're like, I want this person to win, or I don't want this person to win. And like just watching it all unfold, I'm like, holy
And
shit. It's
imagine
crazy.
like, okay, that's how you feel as a viewer. Imagine
I
being
can't.
like Izzy didn't even, okay, like I guess now we're just talking about this season, but Izzy didn't even make it to jury, and she was like such a like integral player and like part of this
I
season,
know.
and it's like she's not even in jury. And
It almost feels unfair.
kind of agree, like
Yeah.
how would that feel? Like she was in the house for like 44 days. That's a long time.
That's so long,
And it probably
actually.
feels so much
I
longer
didn't.
because they don't have anything.
Oh my God. That is insane. I mean, like, so are we going to start talking about
Yeah,
Izzy
let's just
leaving?
start and like we can like we'll publish this and we'll just do another one.
Okay.
I hope
Sounds
that your
good.
mic is okay.
I know, me too, because I just like want to,
Let's just
I just
talk.
want
I
to
think it's going to be
use it.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I also have so many thoughts on this yesterday's episode,
Oh
but
shit.
you obviously
Okay,
need to watch
I
it.
do want to watch before we.
So I feel like our talking points include Izzy. First of all, Izzy leaving and like Corey and America's move of like rallying everyone to
Yeah.
vote Izzy out. So I feel like I have two conflicting opinions about this because I worship Izzy. Like I love Izzy. She's the best. She's a queen. She's just like literally the cutest, sweetest person ever.
Flute.
I'm like, the flute when she was like, the only time I feel good about myself is when I'm playing my stupid
Like
flute. I was like, Izzy, you are the
you're an
perfect
icon,
person.
and
Like,
don't call your flute stupid.
by the way, don't
It's
call your
not
flute
stupid.
stupid. Your flute
It's
is
sick.
sick. No, it's actually so cool. Like from an outsider's perspective, anytime someone is like, I play an instrument, I'm like, I immediately have like 20 times
Yeah,
respect for
especially as an
you. Like
adult.
that's just so
Yeah.
cool. So like I love Izzy, but I also always love when the house flips on it like itself. And Izzy, Suri, and Felicia were just mostly Izzy or mostly Suri, honestly. But like I just like was not. I was like I need someone else to flip this house, and I wish they could have gotten Suri out instead. I
Yeah.
truly wish that Suri had
I
left,
totally agree with you.
but I just wanted that whole like rallying and like everyone flipping on each other. Like I needed that. So I'm like happy she went because it like was a symptom of like the house flipping, but I'm sad she went because I want more Izzy content and I just
I
love her,
know.
you know.
I feel like I agree with you. It's crazy how like my opinions change. Like at first I'm like, yes, Cam won. Like, get Sari and like get them out.
Yeah.
But then like Cam was such a villain. Like
He's also being
he's
stupid.
evil. Like
He's like
no,
actually mean. Yeah,
it's
I
like
think.
personal. Like I feel like it's personal and he like wants to see people squirm and torture people and I get that he's like scorned and vengeful and honestly I'm super vengeful. Like who's to say I wouldn't be like that? I
Hmm.
probably would, but like after when his like nomination ceremony started or like POV, I don't know, throughout the week, I just started rooting for Sari and Izzy again because I was like, I don't,
Because they're much more
yeah.
likable.
But like Jared, honestly, if Jared had left, Jared or
Oh,
Sari, bye.
bye.
Preferably
Needing Jared
need
gone
Jared gone.
ASAP.
Need Jared
I just like,
gone. And Jared, if you ever see
I
this,
just,
it's nothing personal, but we want you gone.
okay, but like a little bit of an amendment to that. It's a little personal because he's cheating on his girlfriend. That's
Well, we
fucked
didn't
up.
know this, but okay, at Big Brother Universe, I did not know this, but Lexi's sister, Mick's sister discovered
Yeah, Mick,
discovered that
my sister,
Jared has a girlfriend or something. I don't know.
of like 7 years. I feel like I'm like, I gotta Google this.
Yeah,
What's his last
I
name?
don't
Jared.
know. I was gonna Google it, but I didn't because I didn't want to see spoilers of HOH.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna Google Jared Big Brother girlfriend. Jared's fields his girlfriend slyly addresses his cheating.
What does she say?
Um, um, mm, 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 mm. The live feeds caught Jared telling Blue the situation. According to Jared, he's been dating his girlfriend, whom he calls Kenzo as a nickname for Kenzie, for 7 years. Kenzie currently takes care of his dog while he competes for the grand prize. Sari also spoke to Jared about his relationship with Blue and Kenzie. She told Jared he better not make any moves to jeopardize his relationship with Kenzie back home. And when Jared won head of household, he felt upset that he didn't receive a letter from Kenzie. To that, Sari told Jared, well, with the situation, production is probably trying to help you out, conveying that the producers are trying to conceal Jared's girlfriend situation. Unfortunately, it's far too late as Jared and Blue have already had sex multiple times in the house. That said, Jared still gives Kenzie a shout out during the round of
Yeah.
evictions.
Oh my, are we allowed to cuss? I'm just not gonna. Oh my F. Can you
Yeah.
cuss on a podcast?
Anyway, I think you
Okay.
can. I feel like it's gonna be hard for me to stop cussing because I'm a cusser. She
What's
said
that?
it says she made her Twitter private, but users noticed the retweet. She retweeted a few posts calling Jared out for his behavior. Let's be real. Most of the time being good person don't get you loved, it gets you used. One of the retweeted tweets read. Later, Kenzie reposted an even more direct tweet about Jared's cheating. Honestly, this is a blessing in disguise for Jared's girl back home because he's a piece of shit and she deserves better. It's really sad that he could embarrass her like this on national TV, but I hope she finds peace and happiness and leaves his ass and keeps his dog.
That
So that's pretty much,
that's like really sad.
yeah,
Like
I agree.
I just I feel like people like do people like Jared because he's Cerie's son? Because other than but like no but people
Like,
don't know that he's Cerie's son. So I'm like, I mean in the house.
oh, in the
Yeah.
house. I feel like I don't think anyone likes him other than his
Yeah.
mom, Blue, I
Yeah.
guess, and like Felicia. Which also Felicia is like, I'm like, I feel bad
Wait,
for her.
why?
She's just like, because she always like loses things in 5 seconds and falls constantly and is like, I think Jared's my son. Meanwhile, his actual mom is in the
I
house. I'm
know.
like,
What was that?
Felicia,
That was so weird.
he's delusional. Like,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm kind of like I the energies I like are like Jag, Matt,
Yes,
Corey in
yes.
America. Like I'm staying
Yeah,
towards them.
me too.
Cerie, Jared, Felicia, like it's a little, it just doesn't make me feel good. I don't know how to explain it.
I agree. Something's
It's
off with it. Like, I
uncomfortable.
think it's just because of Jared though, because I'm like, I do genuinely, I love Izzy, obviously. Felicia, I like a
Hmm.
lot. Like, she's funny, at least. I like Blue. It's just truly Jared.
But
I'm like,
Blue's link to Jared weirds me out. Like, I'm like, I don't like that.
why doesn't she hang out with
Yeah,
Jag? Yeah. Or like,
Jag is a king, and like I
Jag is
love
a
him.
king. Jag's gonna get a girlfriend so fast after this is done, unless he already has one or unless he's gay. But like,
Whatever it is, if he's single, he will be getting whoever hot and
whoever
cool.
he wants. Yeah.
He's sick.
Jag is the best. I'm like, if I was in this house, I would
Showmance
100%
him up.
be romancing him up.
Yeah. He's the best.
It's just such a
Matt, we also,
yeah.
side note, I saw this, like, I don't know where it was, but it was like Matt says Jared takes advantage of his disability. But I didn't click on it because I didn't want to.
I mean, I agree. Wait, oh my god, you need to watch that.
Maybe it was in
Yesterday's
reference.
because
Do you think was it in
I think it was kind of in reference to that.
okay.
I think it was kind of in reference to that.
Okay, I'm gonna watch, and then I think we should do another episode where we like talk about like this HOH and then predictions for veto and going home.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
sounds good. So do we want to keep chatting or just
I
end
don't know.
it?
We can do whatever. I think either way, I want to host this because it's cool.
Okay, why
Yeah.
not? I'm
Okay, let's get out
obsessed.
of Big Brother and chat a little bit about what you do this weekend.
Well, so for the viewers that don't know, we had a lot of fucked up travel plans. Sorry for cussing, but
Oh wait,
basically
sorry, Lexi. Do you want
we
to say where you live first?
oh yeah, of course. So I live in New York. New York, New York, the Big Apple. In downtown New York, so very cool. Um and I'm in school right now, so that's fun. Grad school, not college or high school. Even though the girl I babysit was like, "Are you in college or high school?" And I was like, "Neither." And she was like, "What?" It's like, "I'm in grad school." And she's like, "That's not a thing." I was like, "Yeah, it is." So anyway, she thinks I'm stupid. But I'm in New York, and me and my roommate were supposed to go to Denver with another one of our friends, and then that fell through. So we were then gonna visit Tweety, aka Ellie, in Fort Lauderdale. Not to spoiler alert where we live.
Volati, which
Fort
is in
Lauderdale.
Florida, 20 miles north of Miami for people that are not familiar with Florida.
Honestly, I feel like I was like really lit for that, but then our flight got delayed like 5 hours, and we were like, we're gonna get in at 2 in the morning. And we like checked to see if we could come in the next day. This is just like too much details. Anyway, we didn't end up going to Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale. We ended up staying in New York. But I had such a fun weekend. On Friday I did nothing, but then on Saturday I was like, let's go check out these bars that I found on TikTok, which is like I feel like I never try to check those out because I'm like it's going to be
Yeah.
blown up, but like it ended up being so cool. We went to this like outdoor bar, and then we went to another bar in Williamsburg. We went to a surf themed tiki bar and got pinas.
Obsessed.
Well, it was so fun, and there was sand on the
And
floor. It
where,
was
like
sick.
on the water, or was it just in the middle of?
No, and just in Williamsburg, I was like, I'm coming
Yeah,
back
take
here,
me there
so I'm
next time
definitely
I
going
visit.
back there. Oh,
Yeah.
we're going.
Okay.
Period. But then we went to this place, this bar with like live music, and it was like a honky tonk bar, which was so fun. I was just kind of manifesting that all day. So that came to fruition. So that was my weekend.
Cool.
Anyways, what was yours?
So yeah, you guys were gonna visit. It was sad that you didn't, but it like honestly, the weather was like not good. And when you come to
Yeah,
Florida and it's torrential downpouring, I mean,
there's not much to
yeah, like
do.
so much is centered around being outside, kind of, even though it's like 9 million degrees. But I didn't do much. Like Friday we stayed in and finish his show.
Oh,
What?
you were puffing.
Oh, Lexi,
You were puffing.
we're not. I don't
Oh,
know
am
if
I
we should
not
talk about
supposed to?
that on this. But yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right.
Friday night, I stayed in. I am married, so I was with my husband named Eduardo. So I'm just going to say Eduardo instead of husband because husband is cringy. But I was with Eduardo. We stayed in and we finished a show called Lioness, which is really good. It's
What's it
on Paramount
on?
Plus. So
What's it
it's
about?
about,
Can we get sponsored by
no,
Paramount
literally,
Plus?
like, because
You're clearly a
I am.
super fan.
Everything they do is great. It's about like a CIA team that has like they have this like one CIA agent or she's like a Marine who like goes in and like befriends whatever their targets like whoever their target is, whoever the women involved in likely the target's a man, his life, like they'll befriend the woman to get to the target. So it's really good. Highly recommend. Um and then on Saturday, I really didn't do much. We went to the gym. We saw Captain Lee. Did not say hi. Yeah, he's
Again.
like always there. Um, did not say hi to him because I said hi to him once and then I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that again because I got so nervous. And then we went home and we were supposed to meet Eduardo's friends for drinks, but then it was like torrential downpouring. So we were like, we don't want to go anywhere. So we stayed in and we like ended up falling asleep watching college football because college football is boring as fuck. So we were like literally both out. And then his two friends like showed up at our apartment and like just opened the door because I guess our door was unlocked.
What?
Yeah, I guess our door was unlocked. So they come in and we were sleeping and we're like, oh my God. And yeah,
That's so
yeah.
funny.
So then we just hung out with them. They were like pretty drunk and we were sober. But it was fun and we just like hung out with them and then they went home and then we ordered Outback, of course. And
Love.
then yesterday I watched so much football. Like,
Oh my God, I need to get more into football.
yeah, you should. It's like good. Football is good.
No, I know. I feel like every time, well, like I grew up on football, like dead ass, because Luis is
Okay,
obsessed,
ballhead.
which is sick. Okay, ballhead, but like I haven't kept up with it. And then on Saturday, I was wearing a UVA football sweatshirt, and this girl came up to me and was like, actually, two people came up to me, and they were like, "Did UVA win?" I was like, "Do you
Ask
think I
you.
know? Like, I obviously don't
Yeah.
know."
Just
And
because
they were
I'm
like,
wearing a
"Oh, why are you
UVA
wearing that
football
sweatshirt?"
sweatshirt doesn't mean I keep up with them.
I was like, "Because it's cool." Like, obviously.
So, listeners, by
Anyway,
the way, we
I
went to UVA, University of
we did.
Virginia, United States.
Wahoo
United States,
was.
Virginia, United States, in case this goes international.
Virginia, United States, Charlottesville,
Yeah.
Virginia. Mr. Jefferson's University, but he has been since
Wahoo.
cancelled, so
Who's it
wahoo
poos?
wah. Who's
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 it?
best?
We
Go
say
Who's
go who's the
best.
best, but I don't watch like UVA football. No offense, UVA football, but no, I'm not watching that.
They're, they're bad. Like they're
I
not
don't like
good.
college
I
football.
mean,
I
like
don't. It could be Bama. I'm not watching. I'm bored.
no, honestly, like I feel like I love college basketball, but I don't like college football because it's like, why would you watch like
Right.
JV
I'm about the
when
big
you could be
leagues.
watching
Big leagues, baby.
varsity? I want the big leagues. Let's go Steelers. But I literally like I feel like Finn keeps being like my roommate, keeps being like, we need to get into football. Like we need to pick a team. And I was like, well, I have my team.
Twins.
She's like,
Don't do Steelers.
no, you don't. And I'm like, no, I want
Okay,
the
fine.
Steelers. Everyone keeps being like, you can't have the Steelers. I'm like,
Okay,
what are you
you can have
talking
the
about?
Steelers. If Eduardo can have the Ravens and he's from Sao Paulo, Brazil, you can have the Steelers.
I also like, you can pick any team you want. Like,
Well,
that's not how that
question,
works.
audience. Can you pick any team you want? For football, does it have to be a team where like you are living there or you were like from there, or can you choose a team?
Oh, by the way, audience, I was born in Pittsburgh and raised there for the first 2 years of my life. So technically I was
You've
born
got
there.
Rust Belt.
So
You've got Rust Belt in your veins.
I do have Rust Belt. I actually think I do have Rust Belt in my veins. I kind of give Rust Belt a
And
little.
how do you give Rust Belt, Lexi?
I don't know. I feel like a little scrappy. Is that
No, it's
offensive?
not offensive. I'm not sure.
I'm I'm sensing a little
No, I
disagreement.
just associate scrappy with Philly, and Philly is not the Rust Belt.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm just kind
true.
of,
But Pittsburgh is, and they're in the same state, so
yeah,
that's
but Pittsburgh and
confusing.
Philly hate each other.
Well, Team
No, I'm Team
Pittsburgh.
Philly. Not that I've been to either.
Okay, well, I went to Philly to see Taylor Swift, and it was not, no offense to Philly, but I'm just Pittsburgh, born and bred.
Born and bred on that belt. I have never met someone from Philadelphia that I did not like. And I feel like that is a very unpopular statement, but I truly mean that every
That
person
is.
I know from Philly, I love. I don't know that many people from Philly, but
I don't know that many people from Philly.
Philly representation.
I really don't know very many people from Philly. I feel like Philly heads are Philly heads, and I can
Yeah,
respect that
like
actually. I like I like love that kind of energy of about riding for like a city that is just like simply not, you
yeah, like
know.
not that cool. But like, with NBA finals where it's like the Adele song and it's like for my hometown. That's like that's
Oh,
yeah, that's Philly
yes.
energy. Like it's
Yeah.
just your hometown. Like Miami is that's not the well, maybe if you're like born and raised in Miami, I feel like people have like serious pride. If you're not from Miami, like and you live here, like I have pride-ish. Like I think Miami's cool, but I'm not like ride or die Miami.
I think the Dolphins is like a fun
So much fun.
team. I played this I played this game with my dad recently where he would just name every NFL team and I would tell him if I liked it or not, just based
Vibe.
on my own opinion. Yeah, vibe. And like I like the Dolphins. It's fun. Like I like all of the Florida sports teams because also the Jaggies. Like I like
Jagging off.
that. Jagging off.
The Jaggies
I
because
love
of
that you can
I
say
only like
that.
them because of Greta and Trey.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I feel like if they didn't
I
live
would
there, I'd
not
be
give a
like,
shit.
who? Yeah.
Wait,
I
sorry,
like.
keep going.
What are
Oh
you
no,
doing?
I was gonna say because I'm so obsessed with football now, really weirdly, like you can only watch football in your market. So like we could only watch like 3 or 4 games. And I was like, I need to see the Ravens, and they're not in our market.
Wait, why? Is that just because of the package you have on
No, like
cable?
I think
Like,
it's just everyone. Like you can't like I have Hulu Live TV.
oh, because they're. I see because they're
The
airing at
same
like on the same
yeah, so like
channel.
you, Lexi, like being in New York,
Oh,
you couldn't watch like the Dolphins game.
last night I was watching
Yeah.
Yellowstone. That's why I was confused. I was why is this Yellowstone right now? But it was probably because
The
the
games were
game in
over. You
our
weren't yeah. Yeah, yeah.
and the games in your
We're
like
still
market
going
were
on.
still happening.
Yeah, and so I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it. I'm getting the NFL Sunday ticket," which is like $450. And and
Are you
Marta was like, "Ellie,
serious?
don't do that." And I'm like, "I want to." And he was like, "Please don't do that." And it was this like back and forth of like for an hour like, "Are we getting it? Are we not getting it?" And I was like, "I'm getting it. I want to watch the Ravens game." The Ravens game was already like at halftime. I was like, we have to get this because every weekend we're going to have games we want to watch and we're not going to be able to watch it. And every weekend that goes by, we're going to wish we got Sunday ticket. So that's how much of a ball head I am.
I respect it.
Thank you.
There's honestly nothing better than like and I think this actually relates to reality game
Mhm.
shows. Like then like being on a team and being like rooting for a
Yeah,
team. And like I guess in Big Brother world it's kind of like you're rooting for an individual, but like you're still rooting for
true.
someone. And like there's people around the world who are like rallying with you and like on the same team or on different teams and you can fight with them or you can be on the same team with them. It's just like fun and
Hmm.
exciting.
I know. I was like, I'm sitting here all day and be into this. And I did. And then force myself to like get up and go on a walk because I had watched like I hadn't moved. It was
Oh my
very
God. So you're Miami and Ravens. And
yeah. Well,
that's
I'm
it.
like Ravens because of our friend Catherine Cecile is from Baltimore and she loves Ravens, and Lamar Jackson is from Pompano Beach, which is very close to Miami. Yeah.
Cool.
So Eduardo is obsessed with Lamar Jackson. I'm the Dolphins because Dolphins are cute. Love the colors. They're cute. Even though like Dolphins are getting a bad rap lately.
But like, let's pretend that they're still like the cartoon, fun, cute animals that we all loved when
Not
we were
like the ones
6.
that like rape each other and like kill things for
Yeah.
fun. Because that's the rap they've
No,
been getting.
I want the Lisa Frank version of
Yes.
dolphins because I
They're
love those.
cute.
Like, they're cute as fuck. Like I love
Eduardo's
them.
always like, the dolphin colors are the match your eyes perfectly, so it makes sense that you're a fan. I'm like,
Why can't anyone tell me the Steelers colors match my eyes perfectly? Because I kind of do.
totally.
Gold,
Golden.
gold and black.
Yeah.
Golden.
You
Yeah, it's
you've
like
got some gold
mixed.
in
Come
there.
on. I got some gold flecks.
Yeah. Um
Yeah.
Sports. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday, and I feel like that's going to be like my weekends cuz I'm so into it. And we got Monday
Are
night
you
football tonight.
okay? I'm gonna Google who's playing
Yeah, see
football.
when you're get on
Football.
the Steelers train. Choose one.
No, I am. They're playing today at 8:15 against their rival, the
Oh, that's going to
Browns.
be a good game. Should we cover that? Should we do a
Okay,
sports pod?
wait, stop.
No, I'm
We're doing a
literally
sports
not joking. I'll
podcast.
watch it. Let's do a sports pod.
No, what? Fuck. I think I need to get my tattoo done tonight because otherwise I'm not gonna get it done
Okay.
ever, and I just need it to be
Okay.
finished. But like, I'm down to like stream it from my phone, and like what I want to do. So I remember one of like Kelsey, my friend from high
Yeah.
school, her roommate in New York. Shout out Castle if you're ever listening to this. They like started watching the Knicks and they got so into the Knicks and it was like the most fun thing for them ever. So I think I want to do that with it. Like we can do that with our teams. And like what they did that made it even more fun is like they got super into like getting the deal on each of the
Right.
players and like they would like find their zodiac signs and like figure out who was friends with who and like whose family was vibing and whose
Yeah.
wasn't. I was like, I need this because it is reality
Wait,
TV. It's just
let's
in
do that for sports. I obviously have the Dolphins. You can do the Steelers. My only concern is if you're good. I don't know. They should be watchable for you. I'm not sure.
Wait, why is that? Why are you not saying? Why does no one
No, no,
believe
no.
me that
I'm
I
saying
like
like,
that?
are they in your network? Unless you want to buy Sunday ticket. I don't.
Like literally, are they
Yeah,
watchable?
you can go to a Steelers bar in New York. Too. Like the good thing about living in New York is there will always be a bar.
Wait, yeah, googling Steelers bar
And
NYC.
just make comments, like take notes throughout the game of things we want to talk about.
Ew, Hell's Kitchen.
Ew.
I'm not going to
No
Hell's
offense to our
Kitchen.
Hell's
No
Kitchen
offense.
listeners. But
Public House is in 41st Street.
okay, something in
41st
Soho,
Street?
please. Are there no Steelers fans in Soho?
Oh, University Place. That's okay. So oh my god, they have a cappella versions of Here We Go Steelers and Renegade, I guess, playing.
Cool.
Wait. Oh, okay. This one, there's a review for this bar, Hibernia, and the first sentence is, if you love Dick, this is the place for you. I'm talking about Steelers defense coordinator Dick LeBeau. Wait,
Okay,
love
that
him.
sounds like your bar. That sounds like your place.
Well, except it's too uptown for me, so we're gonna be doing Reservoir because that's in like Greenwich
Okay.
Village. But okay, I'm getting into this. This is my
Yep.
accountability. I'm kind of loving this. So we'll talk about our big brother and then we'll also talk about our sports team.
Perfect. Because I think like then we're hitting a lot of markets.
Yes,
All
I
right. And then
know.
we can like
Everyone's
talk
gonna
about
go.
other stuff too. Let's just, the ideas are endless. I mean, we
life.
had
I
no
know.
agenda and we've been talking for 40 minutes. So,
That's actually hilarious. Wait, tell your story about how you went to dinner with the wrong person.
oh, okay. I will tell this. So, I bought these nightstands from this lovely, adorable girl who lives in Delray, which is like maybe like 30 to 45 minutes from north of Fort Lauderdale. So I went and picked them up. We tried to fit them in my car and then we ended up breaking one of them. And her fiance was like, no, like, okay, now we need to fix this. We'll drive this one to you this week. So she ended up like later that week driving the nightstand to my apartment in Fort Lauderdale. And when she delivered it, we were like chatting and she was like, oh my gosh, like you remind me so much of my best friend from Denver. Cause she like had just moved from Denver or something. And I was like, oh, like if you ever want, yeah, I was like, if you ever want to hang, like, you know, like let me know. Like we're me and my husband like don't have a ton of friends here, so we're like always looking for more friends. She's like, yeah, for sure. And then I was like, I'll text you photos of the nightstands once I like get them in place and like decorated and stuff. And she was like, cool. Then like 3 days later, I got a text being like, hey, I don't know if you're like if you wanted to like grab dinner or drinks this weekend, I'm free, let me know. So I saw that text and I assumed it was the girl that I bought the furniture from. So I was like, for sure. And then I sent her pictures of the nightstands and the person responded with a meme of like, so gorgeous. So I was like, all right, she loves them. So then I was like, cool, like I'll talk to you on Saturday. We'll make a plan. Saturday comes around. She texts me being like, where do you want to get dinner? Like, do you want to get it in your neighborhood? And I was like, no, we can do it in Delray because like you're like Delray's cute and I'll come there. And she's like, okay, but I don't really know places in Delray. And I was kind of like, that's really weird. You live in Delray, but like maybe you just don't get out of the house much. So I was like, I'll pick something. So I picked a restaurant. I Uber 45 minutes to this restaurant in Delray. And I get there and I see my coworker who had just moved to Florida in Fort Lauderdale. And his name's Ian. And I'm like, Ian, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm getting dinner with you. And I was so embarrassed. I had been texting my coworker the entire time. My
That's actually
He
insane.
lives 5 minutes away from me.
So you both Ubered like 45 minutes to go to this random place in
Yes,
Delray.
and he was like, "I was so confused why you chose Delray, but like I'm always down to find new places." And then it just all started making sense. And
You're like, oh, why did I send him pictures of this
and
nightstand?
he was
My
like,
bad.
I was kind of thinking you had the wrong person, but I didn't know how to like you sent me photos of your nightstands and I was like, okay. Like I didn't want to be like, do you have the wrong person? So I just said like gorgeous.
Gorgine.
So anyways,
Love.
that was really funny and I got pretty drunk because I was like, now I just need to get drunk after this. And then I never texted the furniture girl because I was just so embarrassed. But like, she doesn't even know about that. So I don't know why I'd be embarrassed, but I was.
Yeah, wait, why
I
not?
know. Well, this was like 2 months ago at this point. So I think it's just like, we're probably not.
Oh,
There's,
you've missed the moment.
yeah.
Yeah,
If she's
the
ever
moment is
listening, then that's a funny story. And I thought we were hanging
yeah,
out.
who's to say? Maybe she's gonna become our number one fan, and then she's gonna be like, "Wait, I want to hang out with
Yeah,
you again,"
maybe.
and then it might become
Yeah, I'm in
BFFs.
my space cadet era. So I can't like be held responsible.
I feel like Loki, you're kind of always a space cadet, but
Yeah.
like not like super hard space cadet, but just like
No, I am.
yeah, like, what like that would happen to you. Like I